Heat number 5, check in Kainoa Hawanio, Kyle Vaz, and Guillaume Bolidou. Please check in. So unofficially in that last heat, Kala Alexander in first. Brennan Rose gets one at the few-minute mark to Keone Keolana and advances in second place. And Keone finishes in third.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Starboard, Pacifico, Malibu Coconut Liquor, Turtle Bay Resort, GoPro, and Amp Energy.
Oh yeah, Amp keeping us fueled and focused here. And if you'd like to win some stuff from Turtle Bay Resort, go ahead and enter your name at the Turtle Bay tent. Right there, you got free raffles courtesy of Turtle Bay Resort and Surf of the Bar.
That is blue. Well, surfer from the other heat is that him? Is it from the other heat? Oh, but he's in this heat right now.
That is Brendan Rose from the last heat. Not sure if he realized he actually advanced and he's surfing that wave like he's not sure, but we'll inform him when he gets to shore. And if we could have heat number 5 to check in, Kainoa Hawanio, Kyle Vaz, Guillaume Bolidou, please check in. Meanwhile, on the outside, this is Kala Alexander from the last heat. And somebody had their board going over the falls right behind Kala. And meanwhile, on the outside, this is this heat right here in red. That's Ikaika Kalama. So Ikaika with some down the line speed, and he kicks out.
And here comes some from the west. And in blue, Mikey. He likes it. Nice turn off the top. Mikey O'Shaughnessy coming across the bottom. Nice top turn as well again. Looking for a cover up on the inside. And falls down.
Meanwhile, out the back, more sets approaching, and these are a little more westerly toward the middle of the break. And White is out there all by himself. That is Mr. Matt Becker. Ikaika Kalama kicked out on the previous wave. He's working his way back into position.
You don't want to get too deep over on the point, especially when the west ones come in. That's for sure. Ikaika can tell he sees it coming. It's kind of standing. When you're alone out there, it's a big lineup, like Rocky said. "21 minutes remaining in this heat number 4. Stand-up World Tour event number 1.
And Ikaika Kalama goes over this first wave. Might be in position for this wave. No. It's on the outside. That is White. That's Matt Becker. So Matt Becker gets on the board with a nice one. And driving down the line. Lots of speed, tucking high. Nice top turn right there. Has more wave to work with. Carving high one more time. And look at this. Even more open face to work with. Slashing off that end section right there. So nice wave, opening ride for Matt Becker in White.
That was one of the better waves I've seen today. He was high and tight on that one. A vicious turn.
we've got a winner, Gabriel Charlton from Eva Beach. Gabriel, you've just won some Surf of the Bar gear. Head up to the Turtle Bay tent. If you would like your chance to win some stuff, come on up to the Turtle Bay tent and just submit your name. It's all free to enter the raffle.
And while you're there, you can see Rocky for a surf or stand-up paddle lesson, I'm sure.
Yep, as we're watching surfer in white, Matt Becker, just nice highline turns right there. Beautiful placement with the paddle and carving nicely, not one, not two, but three off the tops on that inside. And the bottom turns were just very crisp on the rail and nicely done for Matt Becker.
Definitely going to get scored very good on that one. As we see Kala Alexander back on land. Congratulations, Kala Alexander. Would love to see that GoPro shot. And I'm sure you're going to post it later.
Hey, Kala, you got a 9.0 for that one good one, bro. That was awesome. And you still got a 4.8 for that big drop, bro. The hardest earned 4.8 of the day so far.
On your way to some Kala.
Oh, yeah.
That means money in Olelo, Hawaii? Or
so,
the sun?
The sun is Kala's translation, but he will be on his way to possibly some Kala, some money in this event. This is a professional event, so our athletes will be earning money in the later rounds. As the first score turned in by Matt Becker in white, an 8.75. First score for white, an 8.75. And now we're going to toss it down to the man we've been talking to and talking about in red, winner of the last heat, Kala Alexander.
Kala, some couple of big drops there for you in that heat. How'd it go?
Well, I made it. I'm pretty stoked. So hell of a workout, man, out there. Waves are fun, super challenging. Got a great board. This board's amazing. It's my signature board by stand-up paddle company, Laguna. Go to subcompany.com if you want to buy one just like this. It's got all my tattoos, the sun, like Rocky was saying. Super stoked boards. You can ride as a thruster or a quad. I want to thank Electric, We All Ride, Maliola, of course, the Hui, Uncle Eddie. Love you, bro. I've got to thank the Kind, Nixon, everybody who supports me. Maui Gym, GoPro, Starboard. Great event, super stoked. Turtle Bay, aloha, you guys. Thank you.
Right on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kala. See you on the next round.
All right, thank you.
All right, Kala Alexander. And up and riding out the back, we were watching Ikaika Kalama. And Ikaika had a nice couple of turns before getting tripped up on that final turn there. But Ikaika getting on the board with wave number 2. Mikey O'Shaughnessy, his first score was a 4.75. So Mikey is currently in second. Ikaika's in third. They're all chasing Matt Becker with that opening ride of an 8.75.
What a way to start a heat. White. Man in white. Mr. Becker from the US of A. It's a key to start off early over here at Sunset. Get something under your belt that you don't want to throw away. Most definitely here at Sunset.
And the next heat, get checked in if you haven't done so already. Kainoa Hawani'o Kyle Vaz, Guillaume Boledu. Please check in for heat number 5 in this round 3. And some board caddies making their way in. That wave on your screen going by Unridden right there at Sunset Beach. Not a sight that you usually see on a day like today. If there was no contest today, oh boy, there would be a lineup filled with talented individuals from all over the world. But right now we have talented individuals from all over the world, but just only a few in each heat. 3-man heats here for round 3. And time remaining in this heat, just under 15 minutes.
Out here in Sunset. Yeah. And in third place right now, it stands Ikaika Kalama. Oh, no, he moved to second, actually. Kaika Kalama moves to second with that last wave. So Mikey O'Shaughnessy is in third, Ikaika Kalama in second, and Matt Becker in first.
Here we go. That's Mikey Boy in blue trying to negotiate into that wave, but he cannot get it. All right, we're going to give Lala a break and bring in Brother Zane Schweitzer. And last wave of Ikaika Kalama was a 4.0, so Ikaika moves into second place. First place, Matt Becker with an 8.75. Second place, Ikaika Kalama with a 4.0 and a 1.75. And Mikey O'Shaughnessy in third with a 4.75. Just needs a 1.0 to catch fellow Big Island native Ikaika Kalama in second. Time remaining about 13 minutes in this heat. And Zane, how's that shore break experience with Brother Hoku over here? You guys was getting some poundings.
Yeah, Hoku had his body surfing experience. He's been begging me all day. Hoku, you have fun out there with Uncle?
Yep.
You had to think about that one. Were you a little bit scared on some of them?
Scared? I'm not scared.
You're not scared. That's right. He's a Napoleon. He's not scared of the ocean. He's from the ocean. Nice shot of our beach spectators there. Aloha. Welcome. Yeah, you guys are on TV. How's it? All right. Looking good down there. Looking nice and warm, in fact. Which is, I'm sure, welcome weather than where you are visiting from. But meanwhile, lots of waves on the outside. No shortage of surf here for this Stand-Up World Tour Sunset Beach Pro. Brought to you by the Waterman League, Turtle Bay Resort, Starboard, Maui Gym, Pacifico, Malibu, GoPro, and Amp Energy. So did you get a chance to see the last wave, the last heat with Kala on that huge drop that he got donuts on? Still got a 4.8 for the drop. Probably the hardest earned 4.8 in a long time. But more importantly, he had that 9-point ride. He caught it all the way from the outside and worked it to the inside bowl.
Oh, no way. I missed out on that. I must have been out surfing at Cammy's or body surfing with Brother Hoku. But that sounds insane.
Well, you can catch the highlights tonight on standupworldtour.com. They'll be showing all the best waves of today and of yesterday as well. So no worries, Zane. You didn't totally miss it. Thanks to our webcast team here and our production crew working very hard. You can still see all the action tonight on the replays.
All right, unreal. That's good to know, you guys. So make sure to tell your friends and family, spread the word, standupworldtour.com. Click the Sunset Beach Pro live feed link at the top, and you'll be able to see every heat of this competition, and as well the Nakama Kai and Women's Pro, which was kind of breaking history.
Yep, for that Women's Pro, the Turtle Bay Women's Pro officially got the Women's Stand-Up World Tour kicked off, and that was won by Nicole Pacelli. Up and riding now on the outside is blue. Mikey O'Shaughnessy currently sitting in third place. Only needs a 1.0 to pass his fellow Big Islander, Ikaika Kalama, and we'll see if he was able to do so there. Not much needed to get a 1.0 here. as Ikaika takes a look at this second wave, and he opts out of that one. And Matt Becker with that 8.75 sitting right there with Ikaika out at the peak. So we got just about 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes here in heat number 4.
Well, it sure is a beautiful day here at Sunset Beach. Thanks to everyone out here on the North Shore, enjoying the beautiful sun and all the action out in the water here at the Waterman League Stand-Up World Tour for the first leg of the series at Sunset Beach Pro.
Yep, we're going to be traveling to Brazil. We're going to be traveling to Australia, California, and amongst other places. Here we go. Nice big drop for Blue Mikey O'Shaughnessy. Back-to-back waves, but he kicks out of that one. And not liking what he saw down the line. And we'll see if he can get out of the way of this one. He's paddling to his left to avoid getting hit by this wave. He's actually going to catch it. Spins around for another quick ride. And trying to scoot high in the barrel, gets around the section. No cover, but gets out of harm's way because there are bigger sets out the back. Ikaika Kalama and Matt Becker going to battle for these waves on the outside.
Ooh, and I tell you what, out there, sometimes it plays chicken, but this one is going to jack up for Ikaika Kalama out in red on a nice one. This one is going to reform really good on that inside section. Let's see if he could get out in front of it. Ooh. And that wave said no.
That was a big, beefy section right there.
Man, out there sometimes, Rocky, I know you've seen it before, but when you see those sets feathering with the trade winds, sometimes you play chicken with it. You're like, oh no, I need to get out, and then you'll be out of position because you paddle too far out.
Yep, your human instinct gets the best of you. That survival instinct, when you see those ones feathering, you're like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. And it ends up being a pretty good one, and you got to paddle back towards the peak to try to catch it. That was my first experience out here during the XL Pro when I was 15. It was about this big, and my caddy, my brother Jason, kept telling me, no, paddle to the peak. I'm like, bruh, I'm going to get pounded.
Sometimes you just got to face the beast and not run out towards the horizon.
It took me about halfway through the heat to realize that I was out of position following my instinct to get out of the way, but he directed me back towards the peak and I was able to get a few waves. Needless to say, I didn't make that very first heat at the XL Pro here at the tender young age of 15, but definitely learned a lot in one heat. That was
15 years old.
Big learning experience during the XL Pro.
Wow, that's crazy.
What up to Brother Steven, Turtle Bay Resort, the GoPro Lab specialist, getting some beautiful shots here with the quiver of GoPros, one of our main sponsors here. Mahalo to GoPro. Check out the new and improved Hero 3, the Black Edition. Awesome little camera for getting the epic shots of your activity of choice. Last score of Ikaika Kalama, a 4.85. Ikaika Kalama goes to first place. Ikaika in first. This man is in second. Here is Matt Becker. Zane, take us through this one.
Well, Matt looking for that inside reform section to get him a nice good score right there. Shooting off the top, re-entering back into the wave. Getting nice little check. One more nice check turn in there, and he decides to kick out.
He's got a great knack of making it in front of these waves. And like you said, little check turns there. Judges probably looking for a little more rail turn action, but he's got great knowledge, great wave selection, and turning in an 8.75. He knows what to do. He just needs to improve and get a backup score. Only sitting on one wave. That wave right there was his backup score. So we'll see how that comes in only needed a small score to retake the lead from Ikaika Kalama. Meanwhile, it's Mikey O'Shaughnessy sitting in third place, needing a 4.01. And there's a shot on the beach of our spectators.
All right, Vanina Walsh and Jim Walsh, say hi to the camera. You're on our live feed. Woo! Hey, Vanina, can you come up here and tell us a few words about the Women's Pro, the first ever World Championship division for the women? Oh my gosh, and there's bombs creeping out on the outside.
Oh yeah, before we get to anything, we got to watch these sets come in. These sets are definitely taller than our scaffolding here. So if you can imagine a wave bearing down on you that is taller than our 3-story scaffolding, you can imagine it is quite a rough experience out there. You better have lungs like Superman and arms like Spider-Man.
All right, well, these sets are still coming rolling in, and well, let's see if anyone else could get the best of the exchange out here. Seems like everyone's out of position at the moment. These are definitely some big sets. And while the competitors are, oh, actually this might be, oh, that was a quick up and down. Just barely on top the whitewash Whirlpool section. While the competitors are making their way back into the lineup, I want to introduce to you Vanina Walsh, Roxy girl, local surfer to the North Shore. How's it going, Vanina?
Hi Zane, I'm doing good. How are you?
One more time.
Hi Zane, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. It's a beautiful day here at the Sunset Beach Pro.
It is. The waves are pumping right now.
Yeah, all right, everyone. Well, here she is, the legend for, and actually one to look at for a lot of the youth women out there. Vanina Walsh is a new member to the Starboard team and has been ripping out in the water. Vanina, tell us a little bit about the Women's Pro division out there.
It was pretty tough. We had some tough conditions. It was real windy. We had wind, we had rain, we had a pretty big swell, but overall it was really fun, and all the girls pulled through, and we all got some really good waves, and it was just a really great event overall.
It was, and hats off to all you girls, and also the Nakamakai Junior division. There's some high performance surfing out there.
Yeah, the boys out there were ripping.
Yeah, they were. They were ripping. And what do you think about the action out there today for the Sunset Beach Pro?
It's pretty heavy. I mean, the waves are big, and props to all the guys that are handling it out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Would you paddle out there?
I think I would definitely go out there and try it out and maybe catch a couple on the inside.
Yep, play it safe. Always work your way into it. I'm sure you'll be out there when it's bombing pretty soon here. In the lineup with all the boys, so I'm sure that'll be soon enough. How are you liking your new Starboard boards, Vanina?
My new Starboards are great. The one you brought back from Thailand for me is working really well, and the 7.4 production. The 7.4 production, it's just I can paddle it and get in really early on the waves, and it's got such a narrow tail that I can still surf it really quickly.
Action out the back. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Vanina, but I believe that was Matt Becker just getting slammed on that big barrel. And there's more sets creeping out the back. How's that, Vanina? Look at those off the, looks like the second,
crazy.
third reef.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, who was that? I believe that was Matt Becker in white. And we got a replay right here for all you viewers on the internet. That is Matt Becker. He drives off the bottom right here. Matty's giving us the slow-mo for it. He's traveling, and it just clamshells him. The roof falls down on his head. What do you think about that, Vanina?
Oh, that was a pretty bad wipeout. That looked like it hurt.
Oh, yeah. And they keep coming.
There's some sets on the outside.
But wait, there's more. And the heat is over. What, 40 seconds? This clock isn't even going, guys. Go ahead. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I've actually been out at sunset when it was pretty decent size, although I was tandem surfing, but I've been out in some pretty heavy surf, so hopefully I'll be out there stand-up paddling on my new starboards pretty soon.
Awesome, awesome. I'm sure you will be out there. As we see Blue from the previous heat working his way in. That was Mikey O'Shaughnessy. What heat number is this?
Oh, yeah.
Vanina, thank you very much for coming and telling us a little bit about your experiences out at Sunset and the Turtle Bay Women's Pro.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Bye, guys.
All right, well, out in the water right now in the red jersey, we have Kainoa Haunio from the Big Island. And in white, Caio Vaz from Brazil. In blue, we have Guillaume coming from Tahiti.
All right, so we are into heat number 5 of round 3. Calling heat number 6, I think, to check in. Kai Lenny, Dave Muir, and Justin Holland check in.
This could be a taker for our competitors on the outside. And they all get taken out by it. Out there, it's a really hard ride to make it over the whitewash and all the turbulence of the wave. But on our stand-up boards, sometimes we have no choice but to try and lift our nose up the whitewash and try to pop over the whitewash. Or, Rocky, we just go to plan B and kick our boards up over the whitewash.
Yeah, and hope for the best.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Give Mikey O'Shaughnessy, rider in blue from the previous heat, a big hand.
Yeah. All the riders in the last heat. We had the biggest sets of the day rolling in for the last heat there, and they survived.
Yeah, and it was pumping that last heat. I mean, probably some of the bigger sets of the day in the last few heats here.
Kind of deja vu of what happened yesterday. We saw it kind of taper off midday, and then in the afternoon, such as this afternoon, huge sets, almost closing out the channel. A couple more feet, Zane, and it'll be too big for Sunset. So it kind of makes it interesting on what's on tap for tomorrow. We got the last 2 heats of the day on tap right now, but we're going to be checking the conditions early on as we see white for the next heat heading out. That is Dave Muir heading out for the next heat, and he's getting an early start, not taking any chances with 20 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
Oh, and on this one, out the back, this is Kainoa from the Big Island of Hawaii. And Kainoa, no stranger to being comfortable in big waves. Ooh, but the whitewash just lands on his tail and kicks him out. I might have talked a bit too early right there, but Kainoa, very much of a Hawaiian waterman himself. He fishes a lot on the Big Island, does really well with that, and toe surfs some monster waves out there.
He's one of those guys that anything he jumps on, he could jump on the door of a house and still ride it with some style. So he rides longboards, shortboards, stand-up paddle boards, pipo boards, canoe surfs. He does it all. And he's one of those all-around great watermen from the big island, Kainoa Hawani'o. And also in this heat, Kyle Vaz, the accomplished Brazilian stand-up paddler. And Guillaume Boledu from Tahiti is in the blue jersey. Coming up next, our final heat of the day, Kai Lenny, our two-time champion here in red. Dave Muir, who we saw going out early for his heat in white from Australia. And Justin Holland in the blue will be out there as well for the next heat. We're nearing the end of day number 2 here at Sunset Beach. Day number 3 overall of this year's Stand Up World Tour opening event. Started with the Turtle Bay Women's Pro that we saw Vanita Walsh in the finals. She was up here sharing some experiences with us a moment ago. And we had the Nakamakai Junior event as well. And a broken leash for one of our competitors. Kyle Vaz, I believe. And that's the caddy getting a ride to that piece of equipment. And he'll come in and grab another leash for him.
And I believe that's Yuri, young blood and young talent from Brazil, helping out his fellow Brazilian so he could continue his heat. He still has plenty enough time to make it back out in the water.
I wonder how many leashes we've gone through at this event so far.
Actually, that'd be a pretty funny to look back on all the footage and see how much boards and paddles and leashes have been broken. Sunset has probably taken hundreds of surfboards.
Possibly even into the thousands, counting back to the pioneering days of the great surfers from the 50s and 60s and through the 70s and 80s and the 90s. I don't want to leave out anybody who was excelling in the 90s who was listening and going, well, the 90s guys was no good. Yes, you all were very great pioneers up until even 2012 of last year, just to include everybody. First score for Kainoa Hawani'o comes in at a 2.0. First score for Kyle Vaz, a 1.5. And there you see on your screen, from the island of Maui, Kai Lenny, two-time champion here at Sunset Beach and former Stand-Up World Tour world champion, heading out into the lineup for his third round action. And just remember, no safe swimming here. Stay very close to shore. Preferably stay on the beach. If you want to have safe swimming, head on over to Turtle Bay Resort. We've got a beautifully protected cove right there next to Ola's Restaurant at Turtle Bay Resort. And you can swim safely there. Swimming for all ages and all skill levels. As for here today at Sunset Beach, keep yourself high and dry. And here is blue. This is Guillaume Boledu. Whoa, Guillaume pulling in. No scare him, go get him. The brother from Tahiti.
And right behind him, this looks like... This is Kyle Vaz. Oh, with a nice snap under the lip on that inside section.
And Kainoa Hawani'o behind him gets pummeled by a wall of white water. So all three surfers on a back-to-back-to-back exchange. And we'll see who got the better of those exchanges coming up soon from our judges upstairs.
Well, during this little lull, I'd like to thank everybody who's tuning in here live on the beach for the Sunset Beach Pro and back home, wherever that may be, on the internet for our live feed. Very stoked that our live feed has been going smooth, Rocky. It gives everyone a chance to keep in touch and, just in the zone with all the action.
Yep, follow the event at standupworldtour.com. Text your friends or call them on the mainland or wherever you're from and tell them to tune in to www.standupworldtour.com, and they'll be able to watch the very same action that you're watching right here on the beach. Only difference is you get to be live in the warm Hawaiian sun with your toes and okole in the sand and the beautiful waves right in front of you, front row here at Sunset Beach. But if you're tuning in on standupworldtour.com, wherever you may be, we hope you're staying warm, staying safe, and also staying tuned in for the action. Second to last heat of the day in the water right now. One more heat to go coming up next. Then we'll be back here tomorrow morning to assess the conditions and see if we're going to run day number 3, the final day, and crown a men's Stand Up World Tour Sunset Beach Pro champion.
That's right. It is coming to a reality. Every minute that passes, we are getting closer to crown the Sunset Beach Pro champion. And I don't know what the forecast is looking like, but from what I kind of saw last night, it looks like it might even be a bit bigger.
Yeah, there's another bump in the swell that's headed our way, and it's going to be very sizable tomorrow still. And we'll make sure that the conditions are safe for our competitors before we send them out. And we'll also be checking with Hawaiian Water Patrol in the morning to make sure that conditions are contestable. And we will not know until we arrive in the morning. All right, here we go. Scores coming in. First score for Kyle Vaz, a 1.5. Second score coming in, a 7.0. Kyle Vaz is in the lead. Next score for second place, Guillaume Boledu. Guillaume, first score, a 4.0. And the two scores coming in for Kainoa Hawani'o, a 2.0 and a 1.5. Kainoa needs a 2.01 to go into second place. Time remaining 12 minutes, so we're just over the halfway point here in heat number 5.
Well, with 12 minutes remaining, Kainoa, rider in red, still does have enough time to get that good backup wave, and he even wants to solidify a better top wave. He only has a 3.25 and a 1.25, so he's definitely looking for a wave that could provide him with, 2 solid scores.
Well, he had the opportunity on that one and just kind of slipped up a little bit on his first score. That wave had the potential. And his second score was a brief one as well. And I'd like to say thank you to all of our beautiful sponsors: Starboard, the Waterman League, Maui Gym, Malibu Rum, Turtle Bay Resort, Pacifico Beer, GoPro, Amp Energy, and all of our sponsors. Thank you very much. We've got quite a few companies making this possible, including the Hui SUP, Go Mokulele, among many others on our banner here, and the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl contributing to this Stand-Up World Tour event, the Sunset Beach Pro. If you were looking for professional competition on the North Shore, you have found it. And there's a nice shot of our spectators on the beach right down in front of our tower here. Enjoying the sun, sand, and surf. Yeah, there you are. You are on the camera. There you go. Thumbs up. Shaka.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here we go. Up in riding, I believe this is Kainoa Hawanio. Currently in third place. Needs a good score to creep up into second. And, couldn't quite get over the lip and ends up face first in the trough right near his board.
That looked like it hurt. It looked like he landed on top of his board. Oh, and here's rider in white, Caio Vaz from Brazil, snapping off the top. And another nice slash. He's looking to hopefully squeeze another turn in. Ooh, and get spit off the wave. All right, Matty Schweitzer has a little replay for you. So if you can imagine what just happened right there, he went up to the top of the wave. It kicked him like 6 feet over the wave, and then he landed at the bottom of the wave. The wave was already about 12-foot face. So if you can imagine, he got tossed pretty high up in the air.
Yeah, that was a gnarly drop on the inside.
Oh, well, there are some beautiful rides to be had. I mean, what a day for a competition here on the North Shore for the Sunset Beach Pro Waterman League Stand-Up World Tour.
Smile for the camera. You never know. You could be discovered here on the beach at Sunset during this Stand-Up World Tour, Sunset Beach Pro. Up and riding out the back, this is blue. Guillaume Boledu. And floating a big backside re-entry, but not able to make it. Going for it, though. A nice effort there from Guillaume Boledu.
Well, I have a special shout out I would like to make to my loved ones back home. My mom and my dad, they're watching at the comfort of the couches of our beautiful home. And so there you go. Why
Maui
not?
Nokawoi.
Why not? If you're at home, stay in the comfort of your home. You don't need to go out and get in the sand, in the water. If you're not feeling it, or you're ready to go have a bite to eat, and you want to stay tuned with all the action, pull it up, standupworldtour.com. You could visit the Sunset Beach Pro link at the top of the page, and you will be able to do instant replays from our filmers, and also be able to go through all the different heats from the event, including the Women's Pro, the Nakamakai Junior divisions, and all the heats from the Sunset Beach Pro.
I want to give some love and big mahalos to Puka Patch, our official ding repair sponsor here at the Stand Up World Tour. Puka Patch is the latest and greatest in ding repair for your surfboards and stand-up paddle boards. Puka Patch, mahalo.
Here comes some more beautiful waves on the horizon on the outside. Let's see if riders are in position. As you can see on screen, if you're on the live feed, that is our Hawaiian Water Patrol, keeping a close eye on all the competitors out in the water, making sure everyone is going to come home safe. Out here at Sunset Beach, the shore break can be pretty fun. As you can see, there's Connor Baxter and Cody Kerbox and Riggs Napoleon having a good time. They're torturing Riggs, it looks like. Yeah, classic.
Slinging them into a couple of shore break waves. Everybody having a good time, but please keep in mind this is for experts only, and do not swim off the shore. Once you get offshore, the water gets deep and the current gets very, very strong. So please use extreme caution when approaching the ocean here on the North Shore. You do not want to become one of our statistics. We lose a few every season. It's just inevitable that we lose a few people just playing in the shore break, surfing, all the above. So lifeguards are on duty from 9 to 6 usually on big days like this. So please use extreme caution. If you want safe swimming, head up to Turtle Bay Resort. That is a lot safer. Also over there, stay close to shore, but it is very safe for all skill levels of swimming at Turtle Bay Resort.
Man, speaking of protection and safety, I hope everyone is in position for this one. Bombay, they're going to get cleaned up by these sets coming in. These are breaking all the way from backyards.
Monster waves.
So what do you think about this little pulse, Rocky?
Wow, this is not a little pulse. It's a big pulse.
That's like a 10-wave pulse, it looks like.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Close to it. That's quite a pulse and quite a flurry of waves coming in right now. With 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Right now, it's Kyle Vaz and Guillaume Boledu in the first and second spot. 7 and a 7.5 for Kyle Vaz. Kainoa Hawanio is in third place. He needs a 2.76 to catch Guillaume Boledu, and he's got just under 2 minutes to do so, 1:40 to be exact. So the Big Island boy needs to get busy here in the next minute or so to have a chance at advancing on and moving through this round number 3.
Well, there's always a possibility out there for another good ride. But after sets like that, it looks like all the riders may have been thrown out of position a bit. So let's see what happens here.
Either voluntary or involuntary, they are out of position. Either they were running away from that set in the channel or they got pounded into the inside. So they are not going to catch these few waves, but we'll see who is savvy enough to reposition themselves, because that's what it comes down to, Zane. When a big wave like that comes through the heat, it's all about who can get back in the position in first to get the next wave that comes in and take advantage, because it's not only who can perform the best on the waves, but it's who can get in the position to get the best waves.
Definitely, Rocky. You said it. And if you take a look out into the ocean right now, you could just see whitewash, the size of this skyscraper, and Ryder in white riding this wave out in the channel.
He was way out in the channel. And on the beach, please do not take those bodyboards into the ocean. Those will be coming back in many, many pieces. Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is our final heat of the day so far, right about the 3:30 hour. This will take us to nearly 4 o'clock, and we'll be through day number 3 of this Stand Up World Tour, Turtle Bay Women's Pro and Sunset Beach Pro. And we'll have one more day of competition, possibly tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see in the morning. But meanwhile, enjoy this heat number 6 action. 2-time and former world champion Kai Lenny is in red. Dave Muir from Australia is in white. And joining him, fellow Aussie in the blue, the double leash bandit, Justin Holland.
There we go, another one of them. Dr. Seuss, Rocky Bullwinkle.
That one
Classic.
came, that was instant right there.
That was perfect. The Dr. Seuss featuring Rocky Cannon.
Well, you definitely want to have a piece of backup equipment out there. Justin Holland choosing to have that piece of backup equipment on his board with him.
I
with
tell
the
you
two
what,
leashes.
it's not a bad idea from all the broken leashes we've been seeing today. And so maybe Justin's doing the smart thing, just in case he gets in front of one of those big
Well,
sets.
you know, I was a little concerned of how it would affect his speed and his drag going on the wave, but I watched him intently after thinking about that, and he had a lot of speed going on one of his waves. It seemed not to hinder him at all.
Yes, it didn't, and he sure was handling the wave well. I was thinking a bit, too, about, yeah, there must be a lot more stuff flopping around behind him, but he seems to be surfing very well.
Well, his last one, he intertwined them like kind of like a vine, wrapped them together, kind of like a rope theory, where you have those threads of rope wrapped together to increase the strength. And it's been working fine. He's in round number 3. He's surfed quite a few heats already. So Justin Holland out there in the blue jersey, and waves to start this heat. Seems like the common mantra we've been saying all day: set out the back every few minutes.
Oh, set out the back, and Hanaho set out the back. They keep coming. And I tell you what, these trade winds are making for the waves to give us good sections, holding the lip up. And here's Kai Lenny, 2-time world champion, out the back in red, fading back into the whitewash, looking for a reform section to get some more high performance moves in. And there you go, that first turn was under the hook. And another slashing turn off the top. Very smooth surfing from Kai here, being consistent with his combinations, and just comes unglued.
On the outside, it's Big Dave Muir. And going high off the top right there for Dave. Big airdrop back into it and finds another section floating. And just catches the edge there and goes down. But nice aggressive surfing from Dave Muir. And watch this on the shore break as the surfers from the last heat along with the caddies coming back into the shore break.
I tell you what, when you start off a heat like that, so aggressive, really going for it, we're going to see some big moves coming from Dave Muir.
Well, he knows he's up against some tough competition. He's been watching Justin Holland advance through all of his heat. He knows Kai Lenny is a former world champion, so it's going to take that kind of level of surfing to advance on through this heat. Watch this replay of Kai Lenny. You see that very smooth top turn that actually sets up this bottom turn and then hooks it right in the pocket, changing directions quite easily with that big stand-up board, and then another nice carving cutback all the way to the whitewater, and then gets upended right there. And we'll might as well watch Dave Muir too on the replay right behind Kai. And this turn was nice and high, attacking the lip. That's what the judges want to see. And once again with another attack on the breaking lip, just catches the edge. He almost had it. Would have been a great high score had he been able to land that second maneuver.
Oh my gosh, that was a great combo from Dave Muir though. That big wide nose just barely caught on the outside rail. And everybody here to come watch the action or just take a dip in the ocean, please remember to pick up your trash as the water rises and the wind continues to blow offshore into the ocean.
First score for Kai Lenny. First of red, an 8.25. First of red, an 8.25. Stand by for the first score of White Dave Muir, who we have yet to see from Justin Holland.
Is that my prize?
All right, standing by downstairs on the beach, we've got the winner of the last heat, Brazil's Caio Vaz.
Kyle, how did he feel out there, man?
Oh, it was so exciting and difficult out there. Like my first wave, I got pounded, I lost my board. And like I got a big wave on my head. And I'm in a vest and I like pop off the water really fast. And like the water patrol got me really fast and rescued me. And my brother was off caddy and he was with another board. Everything went good. I got like 2 good wins after that. And yeah, really excited.
So the Voss brothers really enjoying sunset. You like it out here?
Yeah, I love sunset. Like it's a really classic wave. I prefer when it's like 6 to 8 foot and I go up 12 feet, but yeah, it's still exciting and really fun and scary out there.
Right on. Well, you're moving on to the next round. Good job,
Yeah,
Kyle.
thanks so much, guys.
All right, Caio Vaz, great job out there. Congratulations. We'll see you in round 4. Time remaining in this heat, 18 minutes and 20 seconds. First score coming in for Dave Muir's second ride of the heat. First score for Dave, a 7.5. So Kyle Eddy in first with an 8.25. Dave Muir in second with a 7.5. And here goes blue. This is Justin Holland. He is going to get his first score of the heat.
And he's looking for something big if he wants to compete against the other 2 riders. They have very high scores for their first wave.
And out the back, Kyle Eddy, but we'll watch
Whoa!
Justin Holland first in the foreground on your screen. Kicks out of that wave. Kyle Eddy with a nice big turn on the outside. And look at that wave stack up behind him. He's still got time to make it around this section. What's he going to do? Oh, my. Goes up high, goes down with the lip, free falls.
Well,
And
that was a
gets
really good try.
Pounded.
Most guys wouldn't go up and hit that closeout section.
I thought he was going to kick out, personally. I was like, oh, he's going to kick out of this one. Kyle Eddy, not only showing that he is got technical skill, but he's got some cojones.
Well, during this break, I just got reminded as the sun shines through the clouds here. I hope everyone has a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses or some good glasses to put on. And we have a prize for Maui Jim sunglasses. Anybody excited to get a prize? Oh, we have somebody on the beach looking pretty stoked to get this. Little Hoku Napoleon. Going deep. Going deep.
All right, Hoku scoring a nice Maui Jim water bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
score.
Merry Christmas.
Hey,
All right.
throw away your Opala.
Please make sure to throw away all of your trash on the beach here today. Even if it's not yours, it is still all of ours, and we got to do our part to take care of the beach. So thank you very much for grabbing any and all trash around your area and putting it in its proper place. Time remaining in this heat, 15 minutes, 45 seconds as we take a look at the spectators on the right side of our tower here, enjoying the action live on the beach. Yep. And text or call your friends and family back home. Tell them to tune in to www.standupworldtour.com, and they can watch the action that you're seeing here, possibly be a little bit colder and a little bit envious of what you're enjoying here. But by all means, share that link and let them know they can tune in. We'll be down here tomorrow as well, possibly for the final day. So get your weekend planned out to spend it here with us at Sunset Beach. That is standupworldtour.com. STANDUP World Tour, all one word, standupworldtour.com.
And everyone with their cell phones on the beach taking photos to bring back home. And for the Instagram, remember to hashtag on Instagram and Facebook SUWT and go ahead and give a follow to Stand Up World Tour.
And here's a replay of Kai Lenny's wave. Just a monster of a wave that he caught from the outside. And here we catch up with him on the inside section. You know, he's not a big guy, but that wave is still towering over his head. And then he goes up at this section, gets the wide stance, and gets caught in the lip, disconnects from his board, and just pretty much hits the eject button and gets swallowed and clobbered. But like I said, not only technical skill that guy's got, but he's got some cojones.
To all the followers all around the world, staying tuned. Big mahalos. The Stand Up World Tour welcomes you to our live feed. To all the Brazilian followers, Guadeloupe, Mexico, Canada, Thailand, everyone from all around the world. Aloha from the North Shore of Oahu.
The beautiful Sunset Beach, bro. Can't get much better than this.
Rocky Cannon over here by my side.
Over here.
All right, it's a pleasure to be watching from this beautiful view up here on the Stand Up World Tour scaffolding, all the waves and all the great rides that have been caught throughout the event.
Got to say mahalo to Anthony Vella and Jason Lau helping us with commentary, as well as Tristan Boxford up here in the booth for a moment in time earlier today. So mahalo for all of your great work and help today. Anthony, Jace, Zane, and Tristan. And also our crew behind the scenes, Johnny and Maddie and all of our camera guys getting all the shots. And Christian and O'Neill doing the production behind the scenes. Also to the judges and spotters upstairs. And our tabulators, Kuipo, and all of our helpers here. Alina as well. Brother Ben Severson upstairs along with Anthony and the crew. Judging and watching and scoring every single ride. That's a grueling job. Mahalo for what you guys do.
Oh, yeah. Big mahalos to everyone involved to make it possible. And waves just keep coming out the back. Riders making their way into the position that they think is best. Out there, you can misjudge very easily on where the waves are going to be coming.
Well, there are some particular landmarks that you use up here at Sunset. There's some houses that you can use. There's landmarks on the mountain sometimes that I use, particular trees that are out there. That are in here, that when you're out there looking in, you can feel lost at sea sometimes. So you got to find some fixed landmarks to really line up your position and be in the perfect spot. Because positioning is, you know how they say, offense wins games and defense wins championships in some of those ball sports. Well, you know, good surfing wins heats, but positioning wins championships in surfing.
Yeah, totally. That is a key rule of thumb right there. Whenever, whether you're a pro surfer or just getting into surfing, always make a landmark. And out the back, lining up with his landmark, this is Justin Holland, starboard team rider, in the pocket, riding his way out of this gnarly section.
And the double leash going to come in handy right there as he survives the first part of the impact. Wow, actually, he doesn't even need the double leash. He survived that. So great job there. It's almost like trying to outrun an avalanche on the mountains with that big wall of whitewater chasing you. It's definitely an exhilarating and adrenaline experience.
To say the least.
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to give a shout out to my home island of Maui, the beautiful Valley Isle, and all my friends and family back home watching.
My island Maui.
Special shout out to Aldo Teixeira, who's watching back home with Pure Digital Maui. Glad you guys are enjoying all the action in store for us here at the Sunset Beach Pro, first leg of the Stand Up World Tour.
Well, we've got a score coming in for the last of Kai Lenny, that one where he free fell out of the sky on the inside bowl right in front of us. Judges scoring that wave, a 6.25. And here's Kai Lenny up and riding again, showing you why he is a two-time champion here at the Sunset Beach Pro in 2010 and 2011. Going up high at the lip, snapping at the top. Now down the line speed, just jumps off his board, penetrates through the wave, and getting positioning out the back. So not too much of a gnarly wipeout there, but great surfing on the first two turns from Kai Lenny.
That is almost, kind of the safe eject button right there. Getting in the bubble, staying in the barrel, and just jumping out in front. Hopefully you'll stay in the bubble and get pushed out the back. So that was a bit of a strategic thing from Kai Lenny there. He wants to make his way back into the lineup as soon as he can. And he's facing this beast. Ooh, and gets cleaned up.
Well,
nothing that's unfamiliar to us, for sure.
Yeah, Kai Lenny definitely surfing out of the Nokaoi island of Maui, and no stranger to big surf. He's been attacking the waves at Jaws since a young age, and he's now getting pummeled at Sunset Beach, but he'll make his way to the channel and back out with 8 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll probably see from Kai yet again in this heat. 8 minutes remaining here in this final heat of day number 3. And we'll be on standby for tomorrow, day number 4. We'll be here bright and early in the morning. We hope you will be too, whether you're on standupworldtour.com or live on the beach here. We'll be gunning for an 8 o'clock start tomorrow morning. But also, of course, as always here on the North Shore, you never know what it's going to give you until you wake up and see the first light in the morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's pretty exciting to see the forecast and wake up in the morning and see what actually is going on with the ocean. And just a recent update to the live scoring system, we had Justin Holland overtake Dave Muir. He bumped himself up into second place with an 8.75 and a 5.25 on his recent wave. Also, Kai Lenny's last wave was a 7.55. Excuse me, Justin Holland with a total score of 8.75 and his two waves being a 3.5 and a 5.25. We're still waiting to see some action from Dave Muir.
Well, he opened up his account with a nice big score of a 7.5. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to find a second scoring ride, and it looks like it's going to come down to that second score as he's currently in third place. He only needs a 1.25 to get into second place, so it's still a very close heat for second. Looks like Kai Lenny has got the field comboed, as we say.
And as you can see on your screen right here, if you're at home watching the live feed, or if you're taking a look up out into the ocean, we have big sets on the horizon just feathering on the outer reefs.
And these are from the northerly direction, way out at Backyards. And we got them trickling over into Sunset Beach. And watch this, folks. 5 minutes and 45 seconds. And there are some large waves approaching the lineup right now. Here we go on the inside on one of the first waves. This is Blue, Justin Holland, the man currently in second, trying to improve on a 3.5, the double leash bandit. And on the outside, look at this, Dave Muir, the big wave Dave. Huge one on the outside, getting exploded, and he holds on. Meanwhile, Justin Holland goes down, but Dave Muir still up and riding, Zane.
Dave Muir just manhandled that section that landed right on top of him. And here he goes, pulling in to that inside section. He's throwing over. He snaps in the pocket. Well, big wave Dave for you. Taking off on a bomb and riding it all the way to the inside.
Do I remember correctly? Round of applause for that man right there.
All right.
Do I recall correctly that he is a former rugby player? Australian rules football, rugby, same thing to me. All those guys are freaking crazy. But Australian rules football player making use of that big body here at Sunset Beach.
And Dave Muir, not only famous for that, but one of his big achievements in stand-up paddling was winning the Tahiti Pro. 2010? Back in 2010.
Good call, and that is definitely something to be proud of. Anytime you can survive Tahiti, that's an accomplishment. But if you can win an event in Tahiti, that is quite an achievement. So Big Wave Dave showing us his stuff on that last one, surviving and thriving on that huge wave. 4 minutes remaining. Standing by for scores, Justin Holland with a wave and Dave Muir had a wave. Those are the two surfers battling it out for second place. They're only 1.25 points apart, so it is very close for second and third. Those last two scores are going to be very crucial. Two minutes, 45 seconds.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to the beautiful resort of Turtle Bay here on the pristine coastline of the North Shore.
Oh, yeah.
Turtle Bay Resort. If you haven't been there yet, definitely make a trip down out there. Just a few miles up the road past Sunset Beach.
Yep, only about 5 minutes up the road from here. And be sure to go to turtlebaysup.com. You can enter to win 2 free tickets back to Hawaii, airfare, room, adventure pass, a week stay at Turtle Bay. I mean, I can guarantee one thing. If you don't enter, you won't win. It is free to enter, and it costs you nothing, so you might as well log on to turtlebaysup.com. turtlebaysup.com. The only way to enter is online, and you could be right back here in Hawaii. Instead of paying a bunch of money for your plane ticket and hotel room, you could be back here for free.
Oh, wow. I need to get on the ball with that one.
So here it is. Scores coming in. Last of Justin Holland, a 3.75. Last of Dave Muir, a 9.15. So
Woo-wee!
Dave Muir goes to first place. Dave Muir in first. Kai Lenny in second. Justin Holland is comboed out of second place. He needs to get 2 brand new waves, and I don't think he's going to be able to do so with 1 minute and 10 seconds. It would take a miracle. And here's this replay of Dave's wave on the outside. Big airdrop, just free falling into it, Zane, and then set up on this inside section. Actually, this is Dave right here. And that one right there, being able to hold on to that explosion, that's like a couple of guys hitting you in Australian rules football.
Yeah, it is. And I'm sure he's got a lot of that right there. And as you can see, he's burying his rail, wrapping some nice turns, and just handling himself really well on these big waves. I love his style off the bottom, Rocky.
Well, and when he got hit by that second whitewater, when he cut back, you've seen a lot of guys get knocked off their boards in that section, but he was able to muscle through that. 23 seconds. Looks like Dave Muir and Kai Lenny. Watch the countdown. Settle down upstairs. Don't make me come up there. Counting down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so what a finale, what a finish to day number 3. Round of applause for all of those athletes out there doing their best and battling the big, gnarly, wild conditions here at Sunset Beach. Stay tuned for tomorrow's action. We could be on for an 8 o'clock start. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, the Waterman League, based at Turtle Bay Resort. We'd like to thank Starboard. We'd like to thank GoPro, Amp Energy, the Hui SUP, Malibu, Pacifico. Am I forgetting any, Zane? Sheraton, Hawaii Bowl, Turtle Bay Resort, Maui Gym Sunglasses, all of our sponsors. Thank you very much. Stand Up World Tour patrons, thank you very much. It has been an awesome day number 3. No shortage of action. Zane, what did you think?
Well, I also want to thank all of you guys back home, staying tuned with all the action, and also everyone on the beach enjoying the scene.
Well, we'll see if we're on for tomorrow. Check back early, 7 o'clock Hawaiian time. We'll make a call. That will be the situation for tomorrow. The forecast is for the swell to rise. Also want to say big mahalo to Hawaiian Water Patrol and everybody here keeping our competitors safe. For all the production staff here at the Stand Up World Tour, mahalo. Aloha. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow.